districts of St. Croix Falls, Cumberland, the Heart of the North Conference, and the WIA require good sportsmen at athletic-based events. We expect positive and respectful behavior from our participants, coaches, and fans. Here we go.
So we have 2 outs. Runner on first for Cumberland. And this is back to the top of their batting order here with Andy Olson. And again, we are finishing up a game that was a rainout earlier in this season at Cumberland. So Saints are finishing up this game right now first. So Saints are leading 5-0. So it says, if you see the screen in the video there, it says Saints are the guest right now because this is a ending of the rainout game they had when they were at Cumberland. So a couple fielding errors here. So runners on first and second for Cumberland right now. 2 outs. We're in the bottom of the 5th inning, so we'll be finishing up this game and then playing the scheduled game for tonight. And this is number 17, Regan Beecroft, up to bat. Fouls on the first pitch there, so strike 1. And I apologize, it's very windy here, so the camera might shake a bit. Swings at the next one, strike 2. So 2 outs, runners at first and second for Cumberland. Bottom of the 5th inning. Fouls the next one, so count will remain 0-2. And again, this is Regan Beecroft up at bat for Cumberland. And strike 3. That will make out 3, and we'll go into the top of the 6th. So coming up to bat for St. Croix, we should have Larissa Chapman, followed by Evelyn Lindblom, and then Whitney Lundgren for the Saints. Gonna fix the scoreboard here because it is Cumberland, not Spooner here. First pitch, Larissa fouls it into the parking lot. And strike 2 on Larissa, so 1-2 is the count. And hit by pitch. So Larissa's going to take her base. And Evelyn Lindblom is now up to bat for the Saints. And she bunts successfully there, so third baseman has to run up on it, but I believe she is called safe at first, and Larissa's runner is able to get all the way around to third base for her. So Saints have a runner at third right now and at first, and this is Whitney Lundgren now up to bat for the Saints. And on that pitch, Evelyn is able to advance, so runners at third and second. Strike 2 on Whitney now, so 0-2 is the count. And strike 3. So that'll make out number 1 in the top of the 6th here. And again, Saints are currently the visiting team because they are finishing up a game that was called due to rain. And Evie Hansen is now up to bat, fouls the first pitch. And hits a straight, nice one, right out to the shortstop. She catches it in her glove for the second out, and so Evelyn is held at second, the runner for Larissa has to get back and to third and tag up, and then they overthrew, so she was able to get up and get home in time to get in. So that'll make our score now 6-0 in favor of the Saints, and brings us to the top of the batting order with Kat Williams. And I do not believe this is Kat. This is number 5 for the Saints, so I apologize. The roster is a little off from before. It is Claire Brant up to bat, so I apologize. That was Kat that got out on that last catch by the shortstop for Cumberland. 2 outs, and 3-1 is the count for Claire. Gets it just a piece of that, so fouls it back behind the catcher. So that'll make it a full count now for Claire. Runner still currently on second for the Saints. And there she hits a high pop-up out into center field. And Cumberland gets underneath it and makes the catch for out number 3. So I do believe that is Andy Olson out in center field for Cumberland that got that 3rd out and made that catch. And we'll be going into the bottom of the 6th now. Bottom of the 6th, and coming up for Cumberland will be Haley Paulson, followed by Presley Butzler and Avery Johnson. So again, this is finishing up a game that was called due to rain earlier this season. The Saints are currently the away team and leading 6-0 against Cumberland. When we finish this game, we'll get into the regular scheduled home game for the Saints tonight against Cumberland. And fouls the very first pitch. So this is number 16, Haley Paulson, and that'll be strike 1. And ball, so count is 1-1 for Haley now. Swings at the next one, strike 2. And strike 3. So that'll be out number 1 for the top of the 6th for Cumberland. And now Presley Butzler is up to bat. And strike 1 on her, so pulls it back, and it was just on the outside of the plate. And fouls the next one, so that'll be strike 2. And that one's outside, so 1 and 2 is the count. And that one's a deep foul ball. So the count will remain 1-2. And again, very windy night here, so the camera will definitely be shaking if you're trying to watch this online. Next pitch is outside. 2-2 is the count. And that'll be ball 4. So Presley's going to take her base, and Avery Johnson, number 11, is now up to bat. Oop, and I was pretty sure my count was right. Yeah, that was only ball 3, so that is full count, not taken.
Two outs here, and runner still out at second for the Saints. That one's popped up and caught in the infield for out number 3, but the Saints do get 3 runs. Now up for Cumberland, number 8, Caleb Heil. All right, Justin Wynn back on the mound for the Saints. Caleb Heil is up now for Cumberland. First one's in there for a strike. That's hit out to short. Oh, nice scoop at 1. Next up, number 15, Max Peterson. Two and 0 here on Peterson. Three and 0. Saints are up again 3-0 and in the top of the second here. And he's walked. Now up number 20, Jake Manor. One out. That one's in for a hit in right center field. Marks grabs it. Rupel. Next up, number 25, Rowan Rupel. So Cumberland's got 2 on here. Rupel's up. Got a courtesy runner. That one's high for ball 1. 1-0 here. That gets by and both runners advance. It's 2-0 here. Ooh, that one's bobbled. Get the out at 1, but they do score 1. Now up number 1, Mason Capra. Two down here. Cumberland does get 1 run in on that fielder's choice, which was bobbled a bit out there. So we got 2 outs now. This is the 9-hitter. If he gets on, they'll turn the order over. Counts 1-1 here. Just missed on that one. Counts 2-1. And ground out for that one for out number 3. So here come the Saints. So due up in the bottom of the second here for the Saints is Lucas Hale, Devin Richardson, and Carson Marks. Now for the Saints, number 7, Lucas Hale. Sorry. All right, 3-1 here in the bottom of the second. That one's low and out. Ball one. Another swing. 1 and 2 is the count on Hale. And that's a strikeout for out number 1. Now for the Saints, number 9, Devin Richardson. First one's a ball on Devin. Two zero now. That one's in and up. 3-0 here on Richardson. Hit well, but foul. Hit well, but foul. So 3-1 for Richardson. Ball 4. Now up number 1, Carson Marks. That's hitting the 5-6 hole. Hit for Marks. And it gets by him. Devin's at third. Carson's at 2. Now up for the Saints, number 32, Jacoby Milky. We've got 2 runners on, 1 out. Runners at second and third here for Jacoby. That one's hit and gets by the third baseman. Nice hit. And another run's in for the Saints. Now up for the Saints, number 8, Brody Allram. We've got a score of 4-1 now. Runners at first and third. So let's see what they do offensively with runners on first and third here. And that is hit and down. So Marks is coming in, and Jacoby's also coming in. And a double for Allram. Now up for the Saints, number 2, Kyle Olson. All right, score is now 6-1. 6-1, and Allram's out at second with Olson up to bat. Hits that one well, and it is down in right center field. Another double for Olson, and Brody will come around to score. Both Allram and Olson have started the game with 2 doubles each. Catcher's out talking to his pitcher. The score is now 7-1 in favor of the Saints. Saints have been hitting the ball really well this year, and tonight is no exception. Now up for the Saints, number 10, Brett Sladkey. Brett Sladkey's up. Olson's at second. That one's low and out. Again, there's one out here. One and one is the count here for Sladkey. That one's low. 2-1. That one gets by. Down. Kyle goes to third, and he's safe at third. Counts 3-1 on Sladkey here. Hit, and that's a hit down over to into left field. Looks like we're going to have a new, maybe pitching change here. It is now 8-1. I got to change the score. New pitcher in for the Beavers here. All right, yeah, we got a pitching change here. Lefty out there for Cumberland. number 17, who is Gabe Graff, it looks like, out there for Cumberland. Up now, number 13, Rowan Prokop. Eight to one here, one out, and runner at one. Swing on that one. So strike one. Another swing. 0-2 is the count. That one's low. So 1 and 2 is the count. We got one out. Runner on first. And that is strike three for out number 2. Now up, number 20, Justin Wynn. All right, we got 2 outs, runner on first here in the bottom of the second. Falls right back. Count 0 and 1. Oh and 2 now on Win. Nice hit for Win. And safe there, and Win takes 2. Now up number 7, Lucas Hale. So we've batted through the order. Lucas started this inning. Now he's back up. 2 outs, runners on second and third. Let's see if we can get some runs batted in here. That one is up and out. Courtesy runner out there for win. Carter Ridgway is running for him. Counts even at 1-1 now. In there for strike 2. Count is 1-2 now on Hale. It's in for ball 1. Runner stay put. Counts 2-2 on Hale. Well, full count here on Hale. And a nice walk. Now up number 9, Devin Richardson. First one's in there. 0-1 on Richardson. Swung at 0-2 now. Bases are loaded here. Counts 0-2. That one's outside. So the count's 1-2 now. Another one low and out. Counts even at 2-2 for Richardson. Again, bases loaded here. Saints lead 8-1. And that one's in there for strike 3. And that's out number 3. And so the Saints leave the bases loaded. And we move to the top of the third. Justin's back out there. Justin Wynn's back out there. And they got their leadoff coming back up here in the third for Cumberland. They got Tucker Wickstrom, Troy Majewski, and Gabe Graff coming up for the Beavers. Now up for Cumberland, number 2, Tucker Wickstrom. Wickstrom grounded out in his first at bat over to the second baseman. That one's in there for a strike. So now it's 2-1 here on Wickstrom. That one's in there for a hit. Now up, number 14, Troy Majewski. Runner on first here. Nobody out for Majewski in the top of the third. Oh, I got to change the inning. That one's hit, and it gets by the third baseman. It's by Sladkey. They get it in right away. Now up, number 17, Gabe Graff. First one's fouled off for strike one. Again, runners on first and second here for Cumberland. That one's in there. Now it's 0-2 here on Gabe Graff. Foul ball. Still 0-2. That one's high and up. Now it's 1-2. Another one fouled off. Still 1-2. And strikeout for out number 1 for Justin Wynn. Now up 27, Calvin Cunningham. Get him out. On the ground out there. Now up number 8, Caleb Heil. 2 down here. Runners at second and third. Two outs. Pass ball, wild pitch, and that gets by him. And Cumberland scores another one. So it's 1-0 here. Low and out, 2-0. 2-0 here. Runner on third for Cumberland. Three and one here. Fouled off. So now we got a full count. Foul ball down the third base side. Hit by pitch here. Now up number 15, Max Peterson. In there for strike one. Again, we got 2 outs here. Runners on first and second. And now the count is 0-1. Hit out into left. That scores 1. And they hold him at third. So runners at second and third. Now up number 20, Jake Manor. In his first at bat, he had a hit. That one is low. Ball one. So 1-0 is the count. Oh, they throw it past third. 1 run is scored. So now Cumberland's got 4 here. All right. It is still 1-0 on Manor. And that one's hit, and that's down for another hit. Now up, number 1, Mason Capra. All right, Coach Campbell calls time here. It is now 6-8. Cumberland's got quite a few runs this inning. So let's see where we're at. See if they're going to leave Justin in or make a pitching change. We'll see. All right, keeping the pitch in. Win still into pitch. All right. Mason Capra's up with a runner on second. 2 outs. First one's a ball. Two and 0. In there for a strike. 2-1 here. In there for another strike. Even the count up. 2-2. Good stop for Devin, but the throw is off, and another run scores. Now up number 2, Tucker Wickstrom. And Cumberland's batting around in this inning. Lots of hits. 1 error there. That one's low and in. Softball's leading 6-0 over in their second game. Same, it's Cumberland, or sorry, 4-0. And it's 2-0. 3-0. Wind looks a bit shaken here. We've had a hit batter, a few hits, and now an air. So, which is tough on any pitcher. And that is ball 4. Looks like we're going to make a pitching change here for the Saints. Looks like maybe Alex Hoff is coming in to pitch. I don't know that he has pitched this year. Yeah, coming in from the pen. Yep, here comes Alex Hoff to pitch. We'll give him a few minutes to warm up. Hoff's in to pitch. The lefty. Hoff is warming up. So he comes in to relieve Justin Wynn here in the 3rd inning. It is now 7-8. It is nice out, but it is quite windy if you're not here. And now up for Cumberland, number 14, Troy Majewski. All right, we got 2 outs. Got to get through this inning here. Alex Hoff on the hill now for the Saints. Let's see how. First one's in there for a strike. That one is fouled back, so it's quickly 0-2. Hoff is way up here.